Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of the Rebuild series. If you are a returning viewer, I appreciate it. If you are a new viewer, welcome to the channel. Monday morning, we are getting ready to go train. We are coming off a solid Saturday where we retested our max lifts after a 4-week wave. We got a jump in the squat, in the overhead press, and in the deadlift. You know, bench is what it is with my issues with my pec and shoulder. We are 10 pounds away from hitting our first squat goal, hitting our deadlift goal, and then 5 pounds away from the overhead press goal. Super pleased with all that. So we've got what I think maybe 80 days left in the year. So the goal was to try and get there before the end of the year. So it's going to be close. So we're going to start a new 4-week wave today. So we've just got to dial in and see what we can do. So deadlift today, feeling okay. We had our Sunday fun day meal yesterday, bloated up pretty hard. So main goal this week is honestly just try and find more intensity and in the training, because we are so close. I'm motivated to keep going. So as usual, we're going to drink the pre-workout. We're going to get warmed up, get this day rolling, see what we've got. So let's go.
All right, YouTube, let's get this training footage review underway from this Monday session. So the start of a new 4-week wave. We're coming off our max lift test Saturday. I felt a little bit of fatigue today. We did very light work on Sunday. Just a very basic squat, some lunges, and some recovery work, and then had a good meal last night, as evidenced by the scale. Frankly, I think 198 is too high, so the main goal for this week is just trickle back down into our normal range. But I felt good enough today. I was mostly motivated by, even if I felt bad, I think it just the pure motivation of being so close to the goals that we've been working towards. I would have pushed through anyways. So starting the next cycle, the 5-3-1 program, we upped all of our numbers. So we're going to just repeat the process. I've got a few different areas of, weakness that I want to target this 4-week wave. This being right here, changing from the slant board isometric holds to single leg isometric holds. One, just to give a different stimulus to the knees and also help with hip flexors and hip mobility. So hope to slowly work my way down and then add weight to it all. Warming up with our normal pre-squat routine, back extensions, hip adductors, and hip abductors. Overall, everything felt pretty good. I think everything has held up well. I think we've found a good routine that seems to be working for me. I still have a little bit of that nagging hip stuff, but I think it is slowly getting better. Using this little Dynabody hamstring curl right here before we go squat. I really like this. I kind of wish I had one in the garage, but couldn't justify the space, I don't think, for it. Maybe if it was like dual purpose and you could do some leg extensions, it'd be worth it, but I think that's a pretty cool little piece of equipment. So starting off with our normal pre-squat or pre-deadlift squat, the 3-count pause front squat. Last cycle, the best we hit was 195, so I definitely want to beat that this time. I think the strategy that I'm going to go with is try and peak these in 3 weeks. So I went 185 today for my top set, which we had hit that last time. So the last wave we went 165, 185, 195. So I'm going to start at 185 this time, then try and go 195, and then on week 3 peak it at hopefully a new training cycle PR. That's just what I'm going to go with. I might push it to week 4. We'll just see. But that's what I've got right now. Overall, everything felt fine. I think my form is good. I think these are helping a little bit with my stripper squat issue on back squat. So, and honestly, they wake me up for deadlifts. So I was super I was excited to get. I almost went with the band wave, but decided to just not. One, because I didn't want to buy the bands, and two, I'm really cramming a lot into my training right now. So we're gonna leave the band waves for next year, I think. On to the deadlift, something slightly different. I'm actually going to follow the 5-3-1 program deadlift numbers for this wave. Anyone that's watched these videos before, you've seen me. I normally have some sort of conjugate variation going on, something like that, pulling from a deficit, pulling from a block. But we're just going to go set to 5 and then follow the program. But I did throw that little half-inch plywood down because I can't not introduce some unknown variable at an inconvenient time and possibly mess up my progress, because that wouldn't be my style. So we went set to 5 today, 135, 225, 245, and then 280 for 5 for the top set. I will actually say the 280, that was much harder than I thought it was going to be. I don't know if it was fatigue from Saturday or I'm just out of shape, but set to 5, definitely felt a little bit more of a cardio tax today, but I was super pleased. The form looks good. So we're going to keep the plywood every day for this wave as we work our way down, just as a little bit of a, something different. On to our accessory work. This wave, we're going to go wide grip lat pull downs, supersetted with V-bar low cable rows. So we went 120 for 20, which was a training cycle PR on the lat pull downs. We went 120 for 20, 127 for 15, 127 for 10. On the V-bar low cable rows, 90 all the way through. This is just kind of like pump work, 30, 20, and 20 reps. So super pleased with the wide grip lat pull downs to start this wave off with a training cycle PR. As we progress through these 4 weeks, we're either going to add sets to the supersets or increase the weight. So those are our options. Overall, my lats feel really good right now. I think we hit a good combo today. The second superset was these V-bar lat pullovers. So I got this tip from the internet that you use the tricep V-bar and it helps engage the lats. I agree with that. There's something there. I need to keep working on my form. We supersetted that with some single arm lat pull downs. We're on a big vertical pulling kick right now. We did a lot of horizontal last wave, so back on the vertical for this wave. Only did 2 rounds on the superset. 50 pounds for 20, 70 for 15 on the lat pullovers. On the single arm, 30 for 15, 45 for 10 reps. And honestly, I was about gassed from there. My energy didn't last as long today. I'm going to assume that's fatigue. But overall, we got the main work done. Finished off with just some W-bar curls. We did 15 reps with palms up and then reverse grip 15 reps. We did 2 rounds of those, just whatever, just a finisher, a burnout set. Didn't even track the weight we used. Can't hit back without a little bit of bicep. On to the garage to get our lunges and GPP in. So I do have a piece of wood to elevate the bench for the seated good mornings. You can see it off to the side there. I haven't gotten it cut yet, but what I wanted to do today was set a training cycle PR before we elevated the benches. So we did 35 pounds for 25 reps, and then it was off to lunge. 120 meters today. Didn't time it, just focused on the form and getting it in. The legs did feel heavy today, not going to lie, but we got it in anyways. So after the lunges, we came in, and because I have that nagging kind of shoulder issue going on, I'm going to start adding in a little bit of shoulder work post lunges. So we're going to do rotator cuff raises, high point banded banded arrows here to get a little bit upper back work, and then these rear focused dumbbell shrugs. It feels like this makes that pain in the shoulder better, so I'm going to grind on this for a little bit and see if it doesn't help me out. We went 2 rounds today. right now my shoulder feels good, and from there it was on to get our personal development. Already supervised the way. We've got a super busy week, so this week is basically just going to be training videos, and then I've got to just get to work and work for the rest of the day. So did our daily stoic, our morning journaling, started a new book, Bet on Talent. It's all about building organizational culture. That's the business development book of the week. And let's see, what else we do? Oh, did our training review. But overall, we ticked all the boxes. It's a new wave. It's a new week. I was super pumped. A lot to do. So I think we started off in a good way. So we're going to wrap it there as usual. I hope you get 1% better. I hope you get some small wins. I hope you're doing well. And I will see y'all next time.